Hello students, welcome to today's sessions. In the previous session, we have learned about work and the measurement of work. If you haven't watched the video, please watch the video and learn work and its measurement. In today's session, we are going to learn about power. And what is power? Let's check it out. In the previous session, we have learned how to measure work done. How do you measure work done? Using this two formula. Work done is equal to force into displacement. Work done is equal to force into S cos theta. The component of force and the displacement and cosine of angle between force and displacement. So using these two formulas, we can measure work. We can express the amount of work done. But in our real life situations, there are people who does work at a faster rate, at a slower rate. In this case, how do you express how fast or slow a work is done? The time is an important factor there. How fast, how slow a work is done. You can express the amount of work done using these two formulas, but is it possible to express how fast or how slow a work is done? No, it is not possible. How do you express it? So how fast, how slow a work is done, it is expressed using a physical quantity, power. What is power? Let us check it out. Let us learn it with the help of a simple activity. So my task is to move this object from A to B. To move this object from A to B through a displacement of 10 meters. Alright, imagine that this is the heavy object. I am assigning this work, the same piece of work, as long as the distance remains same, the work done is same. So the amount of work done is same. So I am assigning this task to two persons, X and Y. Alright, let us check it out how they are performing this work, how fast or how slow. Consider the case of person X. He is moving the object from A, is moving very slowly, and reached at B. Alright. Say he has taken 10 seconds to complete this work of moving the object from A to B. Alright. Yes. Now let's see what about the person Y case. See, take person Y, remember that the distance remains same here. The amount of work is same here. I can write work, the amount of work is same for both of them as long as the distance remains same. Let us see how Y is doing the work. See, very fast. He has done it. The same amount of work, say in T is equal to 5 seconds. Alright? Yes. So person X and Y, person Y has performed the same piece of work at a faster rate and taking time T is equal to 5 seconds, and person X has performed the same amount of work taking time T is equal to 10 seconds. Alright. So in this case, we can say that the rate of doing work by these two persons are different, although they have done the same amount of work done. Say W is equal to, for example, say 100 Newton. Alright, say. Okay, so the rate of doing the work is different in both cases. Then what is power? Power is defined as, power is nothing but, it is rate of doing work. What is that? Rate of doing work. Alright? Yes. The definition for power is the rate of doing work. Then how do you measure power? The power spent by a person, it is abbreviated as P, is equal to the rate of doing work. The amount of work done by the source or a person in 1 second. W is work done, power is equal to, let W be the work done and T be the time. Power is equal to W by T. Alright, so power is equal to work done. I can write power is equal to, in words, power is equal to work done upon time taken. All right. So power is rate of doing work. From this formula, we can understand that the power spent by a source or a person depends upon the two following factors. See, depends upon amount of work done by the person or the source, and depends upon the time taken by the source to do the same piece of work. The time is the main controlling factor there. All right. So we can give little more interpretation to this expression. So the work remains constant there, right? The work is a constant there. So work is a constant quantity there. So we can write power is inversely proportional to time. All right. Power is inversely proportional to time. So the more, relate with this case, he is taking more time, t is equal to 10 seconds. So more the time, less will be the power. So the power of x is less. And consider the case of person y. Here time is equal, t is equal to 5 seconds. Lesser time, more power. So in this case, we can say that y is more powerful than x. The person y is more powerful than x. All right? Yes. So power is inversely proportional to time. So power is, we can say that power depends upon the time, but work done doesn't depend upon time. This is one of the important difference between work done and power. Power depends on time and work done doesn't depend upon time. Power is a scalar quantity. Power is a scalar quantity. Clear to you? Okay. So we have expressed power as the rate of doing work. Power is equal to W upon T. This is one of the important basic formulas. You know, physics is all about measurement of quantities, and we measure the quantities and express in terms of different formulas. So it is very important to learn the basic formulas of physics so that you can be a versatile or expert problem solver. I am planning to do a video on how can you be a better problem solver later. So it is important to learn remember all the basics formulas of physics, fundamental formulas of physics. All right. Now let us come back to our case. Suppose F constant, look at this diagram drawn on the board. We have our object. Suppose a constant force F is acting on this body, and this body is being displaced through a displacement of S. Okay, in time t. Applying a force on the body, constant force F is acting on the body, and the body is being displaced through a displacement of S. How much time it takes? T seconds, say T second. Then how do you relate power with the amount of force applied? You must know it. Come on, let's check it out. So here work done is equal to, what is the formula? Force into displacement, applied force and times displacement. Okay, clear. So power is equal to W by T, that we have learned. All right. So what is W? Force into displacement, very simple, upon time. Our force is a constant one. Force is constant in our case. So we can write power is equal to force common outside S upon T. Displacement upon time. What is displacement upon time? Rate of change of displacement. Very simple. Rate of change of displacement is equal to velocity. We have learned in grade 9. So I can write power is equal to product of force and velocity. We are getting another expression for force power in terms of force and velocity. These various formulas of power are used in different situations of solving numericals. Situation may change. All right, in board examination, they will ask different pattern of problems. So you have to identify the suitable formula and apply there. So power is equal to, we have second formula, power is equal to force into velocity. Remember, power is equal to rate of doing work, W by T, power is equal to force into velocity. Is it clear? Okay. So we have defined and expressed an important physical quantity, that is power. Using mathematical formula, power is equal to W by T, Power is equal to force into velocity. Please remember all these basic formulas, very important for solving numericals. So after defining a physical quantity, we have to assign a unit, a suitable unit to this physical quantity, because physical quantities are meaningless without unit. Let's check it out. What is the unit of power? What is the SI unit of power? So the SI unit of power is what? Named after James Watt, a scientist. It is abbreviated as upper script W. Alright? Watt. So what is 1 watt? We know the formula. Power is equal to W by T. What is 1 watt? 1 watt of power. What do you mean by that? So 1 watt means what is the unit of work here? 1 joule. When 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, we say that the power is said to be 1 watt. So 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. Remember, 1 watt is equal to 1 joule second inverse. I can write second, when you take it outside, second inverse. 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. For example, when a source of any source, or when a person is doing 1 joule of work in 1 second, the power is said to be 1 watt. Alright? Yes. So what are the bigger units or multiple units? The bigger units are, often power is expressed in bigger units. Kilowatt, kW. Okay, what is kilowatt? What is kilo means 10 to the power 3 watt. 10 to the power 3 watt. Okay, 1 kilowatt. Then 1 megawatt. 1 kilowatt, 1 megawatt, MW. Mega means 10 to the power 6. So 10 to the power 6 watt. Okay, 1 gigawatt, 1 GW is equal to 10 to the power 9 watt. So these are the bigger units of power. Alright, please remember 1 kilowatt, 10 to the power 3 watt, 1 megawatt, 10 to the power 6 watt, 1 gigawatt, 10 to the power 9 watt. Okay, yes. Then there are smaller units also. Smaller units of power. These are bigger units and smaller units of power. Milliwatt, 1 milliwatt, MW, small m, okay, is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 watt. You know it. Then 1 microwatt, 1 mu W, 1 microwatt is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 watt. So these are the commonly used smaller unit of power. Alright? Okay. Then what is the relationship between SI unit and CGS unit of power? So remember, the SI unit, 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second, and that is equal to, I can write 10 to the power 7 urge per second. So 1 watt is equal to 10 to the power 7 urge per second. Please remember this formula. This is the relationship between SI unit of power and CGS unit of power. 1 watt is equal to 10 to the power 7 urge, ERG, urge per second. Alright? Okay. There is another unit of power largely used in mechanical engineering field and used by engineers and technicians. It is related to SI unit of power. So we use the unit of power in mechanical engineering as horsepower. Horsepower. Alright? Remember, it is abbreviated as HP. Horsepower. 1 HP is equal to 746 watt. 746 watt. Remember it. Very important to remember this quantity. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. Alright? It was actually, it is devised by James Watt himself. 1 horsepower is the power delivered by a horse as an engine. If you consider 1 horse as an engine, the 1 horsepower is the power delivered by a force. So remember, 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. Okay. Now, the power of a car engine is the rate at which it can convert certain amount of chemical energy into mechanical energy, because when you are doing certain amount of work, equal amount of energy is consumed. So you look at this formula. Power is equal to W by T. What is work? When you are doing piece of work, equal amount of energy is being consumed or energy is being converted into another form. So if you consider a case of an engine, if you ask what is the power of an engine, so the engine convert certain amount of energy at a certain rate. All right, it can convert the chemical energy stored in the fuel into mechanical energy. If you ask what is the power of a light bulb, power of a bulb, you go to an electric shop and say that give me a 100-watt bulb. What do you mean by the power of a bulb? So power is equal to, we know that power is equal to 100 watt, a 100-watt bulb. So every electrical devices has got its own power rating. It is written 100 watt, 220 volt. It is written the power rating as 100 watt, 220 volt. This is the power rating. So every electrical device has a power rating. So what do you mean by 100 watt? So if you connect this bulb to a potential difference of 220 volt, it will consume an energy of 100 joule per second. So power is equal to 100 joule per second. So this bulb, the given bulb whose rating is 100 watt, it will consume, or we can say that it can convert electrical energy into light and heat energy at a rate of 100 joule in 1 second. That is what meant by a bulb of power rating 100 watt, 220 volt. Is it clear to you? Okay. So in this way we can express the power of the light bulb. All of you know the unit of energy, SI unit of energy as joule. Now let's study what are the bigger units of energy. Bigger units or multiple units. Alright. We know the power. Power is equal to W upon T, rate of doing work. Correct? So work is nothing but it is the energy spent. When you are doing a piece of work, equal amount of energy is consumed or spent. I can write E by T. Power is equal to energy upon time. So from here, energy is equal to, I can write power into time. Alright? Yes. So we got an important formula. The modification of the formula, energy is equal to power times power multiplied by time. Okay. So what are the bigger units of energy? I can say it is watt hour. Watt hour, abbreviated as WH. Okay. How it is what is 1 watt hour? See, a power of 1 watt. Suppose 1 watt hour is the energy spent by a source of power 1 watt. A source of power 1 watt, it is used for time 1 hour. I can write energy is equal to 1 watt hour. So one bigger unit of energy, remember that bigger unit of energy is watt hour. So watt hour is not the unit of power. The unit of power is watt, but the one of the unit of energy, bigger unit of energy is 1 watt hour. So 1 watt hour is defined as, from the formula we get, power 1 watt multiplied by time, that is 1 hour. When a source of power 1 watt is used for 1 hour, energy consumed is said to be 1 watt hour. Let us see the relationship between SI unit of energy. 1 watt hour is equal to, I can write 1 watt means 1 joule per second into 1 hour means how many second? 3600 second. 1 watt hour is equal to 1 joule per second into 3600 second. So I can write second cancel, 3600 into 1, that is equal to 3600 joule, or that is equal to 3.6 kilojoule. So 1 watt hour is equal to 3.6 kilojoule. So we expressed the 1 watt hour in terms of SI unit of energy, 3.6 kilojoule. Remember, 1 watt hour is equal to 3.6 kilojoule. Then let's check it out. What is 1 kilowatt hour? 1 kilowatt hour, it is abbreviated as KWH. KWH. What is kilowatt hour? All right. So 1 kilowatt hour is the energy. Look at this formula from this formula. 1 kilowatt hour is the energy spent by a source whose power is 1 kilowatt. It can be 1 kilowatt when it is used for 1 hour. The power energy consumed is said to be 1 kilowatt hour. Clear? So when a source of power 1 kilowatt is used for 1 hour, the energy consumed is said to be 1 kilowatt hour, 1 kWh. Let us check the relationship between SI unit of energy and kilowatt hour. So 1 kWh is equal to, I can write 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 joule per second. Alright, into 1 hour means how much? 3600 second. Alright, 1 kilowatt, you know it, 1000 joule per second, and 1 hour is equal to 3600 second. Second cancels, how much? 3600. How many zeros? 3 more zeros. This much joule. Or I can write 3.6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. 1 kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour, I can write 3.6. What is 10 to the power 6 joule? I can write as megajoule. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 megajoule. This is the relationship between kilowatt hour and SI unit of energy. Please remember both these relations. 1 watt hour is equal to 3.6 kilojoule. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 megajoule. These are usually asked in the board examinations. So remember that watt and kilowatt are the units of power. Watt and kilowatt are the units of power, while watt hour and kilowatt hour are the units of energy. If you are selling electrical energy, the commercial unit of electrical energy, we sell electrical energy in terms of kilowatt hour. Alright, so remember that the commercial unit of energy is kilowatt hour, but the commercial unit of power is watt or kilowatt. Don't get confused with that. Then one more topic is there, that is electron volt. What is electron volt? Electron volt, EV, very important. This is also asked in the board examination. Electron volt. Alright, what is electron volt? Usually energy of subatomic particles like electron is very less. We cannot use kilowatt hour or watt hour to express their energy. So there is a special unit devised to express this energy of subatomic particle when they are accelerated through a potential difference of 1 volt. Alright, so 1 electron volt is defined as the energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated through a potential difference of 1 volt. So the potential difference is 1 volt, such that the electron is accelerated in the electric field. The energy possessed by an electron is said to be 1 electron volt. So I can write 1 electron volt is equal to charge on an electron. What is the charge? Charge into how much? QV. Work done is equal to QV. Okay, 1 volt. What is the charge? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb into, I can write, I can better express here. Okay, let me rub it off. Okay, 1 electron volt. 1 electron volt. Work done is equal to charge into potential difference. You will learn in electricity section. So charge on an electron multiplied by potential difference 1 volt. So 1 electron volt is equal to, what is the charge of an electron? That is the elementary charge of an electron, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb into 1 volt. Alright, so 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into coulomb into volt, that is joule. 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So remember this, 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. Question can be asked, what is electron volt? Express electron volt in terms of joule. So 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. Okay. Things are clear to you? Fine. Before winding up this session, let us solve an application, because the application part is very important. Session is getting lengthy. Let us solve it. Calculate the power of an engine required to lift 10 to the power 5 kilogram of coal per hour from a mine 360 meter deep. G is 10 meter per second square. We have to calculate the power of the engine. So whenever you get a problem, read the problem very thoroughly and find out the given quantities. The mass is equal to 10 to the power 5 kilogram. That is the mass of the coal. Value of G is 10 to the 10 meter per second square, and height 360 meter. Height is equal to the distance 360 meter. All right, and time is equal to 1 hour per hour. 10 to the power of 5 kilogram of coal per hour. So 1 hour should be converted into second, 3600 second. So do the necessary conversion before going to the problem. So the work done, you have to calculate power, right? Power is equal to W by T. See, we don't know the formula for we know the formula for power, that is W by T, but time is given there. W is how much, work is how much. We have to calculate the work done. So work done can be written as force into displacement, or displacement is equal to H here. Now F is equal to mg, so I can write mgh. W is equal to mgh because F is equal to mg. Okay, try to correlate the formulas. We can even, the complex problem can be solved with simple fundamental formulas. So I have modified the formula. W is equal to mgh, work against the force of gravity, mgh. All right. So I can write now power is equal to mgh for work and time, mgh upon time. Now we will substitute the quantity. So we got the formula mgh upon time. Now it's easy part, we can solve it. M is 10 to the power 5 into G is 10 into 360 divided by time is 3600. Cancel, 36 cancel. So I am getting power is equal to 10 to the power 5 watt, or that I can write it as 100 kilowatt. Alright, so simple. This type of questions are expected in board examinations. Thank you.